Okay, I mean,
Yeah,
this is cool.
I mean, this is the best game in the world, right?
Yeah.
Oh, baby!
Yeah! Whoa, we are back, guys. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Moot Point. I am very happy today because we have an awesome episode. So, Brian, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm super excited to talk about what we have to talk about today, and I think we should get into it.
Let's jump right in. Guys, today we're doing it a little bit different where we're going to lay out what we're talking about and then jump in each category. Today, we're talking about the brand new hot battle royale called Apex Legends, and we're going to start off with the general background. We're going to jump into a little bit of gameplay, and then we're going to touch on what do these guys have to do to maintain relevancy in the gaming industry. So, let's jump into the background. Brian, I know you play this game a lot. Tell them a little bit about what this game has to offer.
Yeah, so Apex Legends is super dope for several reasons. Right off the bat, it's free to play and it's on multiple platforms. It's on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Again, it is free to play on those platforms. It's a squad-based battle royale, so squads of 3 instead of 4. Most people think squads means 4 exactly.
Yep.
Squads of 3 instead of 4. Each game has 20 teams for 60 total players on the map instead of 100, which means it's a little bit more open, but the game does a lot to enable a nice pace of play, and it's a class-based as well, so there are 8 different legends.
Right now,
Each legend has a passive ability, a tactical ability, which is a shorter cooldown, and then an ultimate ability, think like Overwatch, that has a longer cooldown that has to charge up. So that's some background for Apex Legends. As Dylan mentioned, as I mentioned, we're super excited for this game. We've been playing it a lot, and it is a lot of fun.
Super fun.
Yeah, so now we're gonna jump into the gameplay.
Let's do it.
So Apex Legends, we gotta start with the legends themselves. There are 8, as we mentioned originally, and I love how they all feel unique and they all have their specialties. But I also love how you're not restricted by the legend you pick because they can all use all the different weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, it's just a very healthy dynamic so far. We'll have to see over time if some legends seem overpowered or not, and if they balance them. But for now, I mean, it's a terrific balance with the legends and the weapons.
Absolutely. And, you know, another thing that stuck out to me in the gameplay is right when the game begins. Even before the game begins, you choose which legend you want. Whoever gets the third choice in the squad is called the Jump Master. It is the Jump Master's role to choose when you exit the vehicle. And when you jump, you bring along your 2 teammates and you decide where you want to go and they fly along with you as shown here. I think this is a delicious mechanic that not any other game I've ever seen.
It's absolutely brilliant, honestly, because when you look at other games, sometimes, let's say you had to use the bathroom and you missed Champion Select in League of Legends, or you know, you missed jumping out of the plane in Fortnite, or whatever.
Yeah, the game is ruined.
It gives you this healthy window of time where you select your legend, and if you're not the Jump Master, you can run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You can go get a drink of water. You can call your mom and apologize for missing Christmas.
Sorry,
or
Mom.
Hanukkah.
Hey.
I mean, it's lovely, and I can't believe no other game has thought of this yet before.
No,
also,
it's legendary.
We have to mention you're not stuck. You can branch off if you want.
Which is good at the very end. You can branch off and choose the house. If you're in a little village, you can go this guy, this guy, this guy. It's very, as I said, delicious. But Brian, why don't you talk a little bit about the comms in this game?
Yeah, the comms in this game, they have a built-in communication wheel that you can use to, surprise, communicate with your teammates. Now, this goes well beyond just saying, I need healing, Genji, we hear you, I'm not gonna heal you. Overwatch reference, I don't know if you got that.
Got it.
You can look at a level 2 helmet and press the middle mouse button, I don't know what it is. Or R1, and your character will not just mark it on the map for your teammates, but your character will say, there is a level 2 helmet here.
Level 2 helmet here! More like that.
It's something like that. And your teammates can look at it and they can call dibs on it and mark it on their map for them.
Yep.
Keep it marked on their map.
Yeah, which is fantastic, and it makes it so easy. You don't even need a mic.
You don't even need a mic, is the beautiful thing. And it goes beyond just loot. You can look and say, let's go that way. Or, I see an enemy over there. Look, there's the enemy! You can communicate almost anything, and it feels like they thought of almost everything.
Yeah. Talking about more features that make this gameplay just outstanding, just the movement around the map is nice. I mean, you got the zip lines.
Nice.
It's just a smooth run. You can slide up like down mountains. They really nailed it on the head with this one. Tell you that much.
Yeah, characters have different movement abilities. Some have ones better than others to assist your team.
Yeah.
Which plays into, as I talked about earlier, the characters having their specialties.
Yep.
Where you really have a role to play, which is sweet. And I think you didn't mention the jump balloons. There are air balloons that have like a line, and you ride it up. And then when you're at the top, you can fly, because it's from Titanfall. We got to remember, you can fly. There's no Titans, but you still got rockets in your boot.
Nice.
Rocket boots.
A snake in my boot.
Snake in my boots. So, the movement in this game is sweet. The characters are sweet. The communication is pretty sweet.
What else is sweet, Brian?
What else is sweet? Oh, well, if we're going down that road, looting and inventory management in this game is really sweet. You start with, I think it's 6 inventory slots.
Yeah.
And as you get a level 1 backpack, you get 2 more, and a level 2 backpacks, 2 more on top of that. And level 3 is 2 more on top of that, if you'd believe it. And
get out of here.
Get out of here. And one of my favorite things about this game is when you pick up an attachment, if it would go on your gun, guess what? It goes on your gun. Straight to your gun. You don't have to worry about it. If I'm holding a decked out assault rifle and I switch it for a different assault rifle, guess where all my attachments are? On the new one. Because they're saving you time, because they know what you want, because they watched you complain about PUBG for 6 months and then stop playing it. So they know. I mean, they clearly learned from all these other battle royales, and I think that we'll see this game hopefully continue to succeed in the future because of that. Which brings us to our next point. What does Respawn have to do to keep this game relevant moving forward?
What does Respawn Entertainment have to do to make Apex Legends have some longevity and relevance and an extended shelf life in the gaming industry? So, Brian, why don't you hit us with the first point?
I think the most important thing here is they really have to listen to their community. We've seen a lot of games come out with a whole head of steam, and then the developers clearly had a direction they wanted to take the game, and the community asked them to take it a different direction, and the developers just plowed head on, totally ignored their community.
They said, screw you!
Yeah, exactly. So we really need them to listen to us, because we know best.
We do. But on top of that, when they make a change that we want, they can't really have these like massive changes just happen overnight. They have to be a slow burn that kind of get intertwined in the game, doesn't change the meta, it kind of keeps everything flowing consistently so that we can have a smooth transition into the changes that we want.
Yeah, for the most part, they should be looking to copy how Fortnite and how Epic Games developed Fortnite. Frequently, they introduced things that seemed radically different and new and like anti-Fortnite, and that keeps the game fresh, but they also should learn from the few instances where Epic Games took things a bit too far. I know you mentioned before we recorded the Infinity Blade.
Yes.
That was definitely too much,
a mistake.
especially with the timing. So for the most part, learn from Epic, but also learn from the mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then another thing that I know you were talking about earlier, I know you just said that to me, is kind of make yourself known in the esports industry. This game is perfect for an esport. Am I mistaken?
I mean, I love Battle Royale esports. Some people don't think it's suited, but yeah, I think this game has a very high skill ceiling that we haven't even begun to approach yet. And I would love to see the best of the best playing with something real on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that could make that tough is the randomization in the game. This is something that we've talked about a long time ago, but that could kind of make it challenging to make it a true esport, but without, either way, I think it's a good fit.
Yeah, and if you want to see some Apex Legends tournaments, Twitch Rivals is happening next week on the 12th and I believe 17th. There are 2 tournaments, so that's next Tuesday. You can tune into your favorite Apex Legends streamer and hopefully watch them. I know I'll be watching Shroud, and
he'll be watching
Doc.
Disrespect.
Yeah, so, and then also Keemstar is potentially doing some tournaments, but we'd love to see some official ones from Respawn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the last thing you kind of want to touch on is they announced their plans and their roadmap that they're doing for the year, which includes battle passes, a season, new legends, new skins, even new maps they're rumoring, and something. I mean, that's your bread and butter. Right there. That's your bread and butter. You got to stick to that. You got to come through with the things that you are saying are going to come true. And if you don't, people aren't going to have faith in you and they're going to stop playing your game.
Now, there are a few pitfalls with the Battle Pass that they really have to avoid here. For instance, don't put any new legends stuck on the premium track of your Battle Pass. You don't want to force people to have to buy your characters. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they even made an announcement saying that there are going to be no legends available to buy through the battle pass, nor will they show up in the packs, in the Apex packs that you get from
That's good.
leveling up and
Yeah.
everything. You have to buy them by earning enough, whatever the coins are, Apex coins or something, to buy them in the shop. Just wanted to make that point.
It seems like, based on that and a lot of other things we've heard, Respawn is really on a great track here. I don't know who's in charge, but this person should be getting pats on the back galore. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job so far. We don't want to say anything ridiculous and outlandish about this game killing Fortnite and Fortnite's dead, but it's doing a great job so far. Everyone's excited about it. It's killing it on Twitch, and hopefully it'll continue to do things right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's on the right track to success. Will it take over Fortnite? Probably not. I mean, let's be honest. Fortnite is such a cemented and solid game. It will be tough, but hey, anything's possible. But I mean, guys, that's really all we have for this game. It's a phenomenal game. I'm gonna go home right after this and pop it on, play some on the best PlayStation in the world, or best system in the world, PlayStation.
You got the best one in the world in his bedroom.
My PlayStation is the best. Anyways, guys, let us know what you think about this game. Tell us down below, and hop on over to Moot and find some teammates.
That seems odd to me.
I just wanna play Apex Legends.
Were we recording?